let me begin with welcoming you. I thought, let me express my thoughts about the current results of 10th and 12th. Most parents are very happy about their child's result. Even today, 10th and 12th really matter to most of the parents. The results of any sort excite all of us. And in the current pandemic, we're all struggling to find our happiness or to find our goals, restructuring our schedule life. And in the midst of it, we also get our children getting into some kind of a result for 10th and 12th, knowing fully well that these results really do not matter today. I mean, when the marks are important, while the marks are important and the study is important, we definitely know that it is all entrance test based, whether it is CET or JEE or whichever test which are applicable to various courses that we have to take up. And still, most of the parents we see today are worried, excited, conscious, overly conscious, I would say that, about their pupils' 10th or 12th result. Very naturally so, because parents have taken a lot of pains to bring up their children today. In today's circumstances, they want their children to shine up. And in the uncertainty that is prevailing today, parents do not know, even the child do not know, what is the right way of moving forward. But still, when we get certain good marks in exams, we feel good about it and we should celebrate and we should be happy about it. And the immediate next step, which generally parents do in my practice for the past few years, what I have observed is now people will start coming up for their career counseling. Well, career counseling is extremely important today, and even it was there since ages now. The kind of awareness or consciousness which has happened about career counseling is a bit extra or too much, which is welcome in a way, because there are various schools and tools also which are available, or agencies and people who do career counseling in various ways. Although there always is a question, which is the 100% correct career counseling tool or aptitude test tool. But still, the parents who believe that yes, they should go for their children career test or counseling test, they go for it. And they should. I mean, there is no second thought about it. The point is, what is right, career counseling or life counseling? That's a topic today which we want to discuss. Because career, which spans around 35 years in one's life, maybe 40, 45 in certain cases, depending on their career, and average lifespan, if we consider of around 75, 80 years today, we go by a calculation of, let us say, 8 hours per day job. Although in work from home today it has gone up, people are talking of maybe 10 to 12 hours in a day they have to work. And what are we talking of is maybe just 10% of our total lifespan that we spend in our career, and we keep really overly cautious about this career of children in particular. When we want to compare the current generation, which is Z generation, who have just passed their 10th and 12th, and their millennial parents, including maybe the previous generation, that is generation X, the state of the speed of change which has happened has changed extremely fast, and it is changing even faster as the days are passing by. And when we do that, when we do a career counseling thing today, maybe for a child who has just passed his 10th or her 10th class, we are probably deciding next 40 to 50 years of their life or career based on that career counseling. I have a question, dear parents. How far we are right and justified in doing so? whereas we do not take into account anything regarding life counseling. When we talk of total lifespan and career span, probably it is 1:10 ratio. My input today is, if my child is clear about, or I am clear about, anyone for that matter, about my life goals, my career goals become clear automatically. And we all know that. But we get, carried away in a way, or maybe we get extra cautious by relating everything, or rather every success or whatever we call it, to our career than our happiness that we look forward for our life. Most parents today deal with their children in exactly the same way. If you dig back into your life, probably we deal in exactly the same way as our parents dealt with us during our studenthood or childhood. Please try to reflect on yourself. And we say the generations have passed. How far we are right and justified in doing so. Some of the parents who believe, including that we are liberals, okay, we accept whatever our child says, or we have given full freedom to our child. Whatever he or she wishes to do, he is free to do that. She is free to do that. How far even this is correct when we are shaping up our child to tackle today's difficult times and tomorrow's difficult life for these children. Career could be any case. During my current discussions with certain parents and counseling sessions, some of the parents have said that my child was stuck up and during the pandemic because of the lockdown, and we made all the arrangements, and it was more to do with the advanced career. The child was already in the job. And when I asked about how old is that child, my parents said he is 26 years old. And what was the issue? Parents said, he in the current pandemic he did not know how to cook, so he was starving. He did not have anything to feed himself, and he was locked up. So we arranged a lot of things from a lot of people and brought back our child at home, and today the child is happy. And then they started boasting their child on his whatever office work and career progression that he is into. There is a serial happening, Babdya or Babdi. How many Babdas and Babdis we are preparing by pampering such children or giving them everything spoon-fed. When recently, a recent past about Sushant Singh Rajput, the episode which has happened, it was felt, many people really felt bad about it, including myself, all of us. But then the discussion happened, and then one post went viral about IQ, EQ, AQ and SQ. And many, including intellectuals, have almost concluded it is AQ which was responsible, adversity quotient, which was responsible for Sushant's suicide. Was it really the case? Is it that all other quotients were up to the mark? SQ, that is social quotient, is definitely is very much a part of the emotional quotient. And how do we understand what kind of quotients our child or we ourselves have, and how are we nurturing that? We all understand IQ because it has been talked for years. Most of us, we talk of EQ also because that is also being discussed quite a lot for quite some time. But we really do not know how to figure out about the other quotients, and probably this progression will keep happening. So there are tools available which we can take help of to understand about all these quotients. I have been doing it. It is just a tool. It is not the entire thing, so to say, to depend upon. There are various other aspects. While there are career aptitude tests or aptitude tests which are happening, or there are DMIT tests also is available today. We have NLP techniques, we have counseling techniques, we have mind power techniques, and all of them, when we do apply to a particular individual, personality profiling and things like that, many people have gone for their horoscope, and there are programs happening today. In fact, people dealing into horoscope are doing very well of late. So many new careers are emerging. People are now talking of work from home, but then probably they are learning new skills and fighting up with their pandemic lockdown issues, keeping themselves engaged. Many have come up with new certifications and courses, and it is good, but it's all our individual initiative. How much of these people are there today? I'm referring to younger children who are dealing or doing these particular aspects. Many parents are taking very deep interest in their children and building their skills. But is it from the point of view of building life skills, or is it from the point of view of keeping them engaged? I repeat my question. Are we taking interest in our children building skills for during the pandemic, various skills, be it digital skills or drawing or dance or music or cooking or whatever? Is it from the point of view of keeping them engaged or from the point of view of building their life skills? Friends, let me tell you, the point today I want to draw is, when I do career counseling, or there are many other people who are doing it, please keep it in mind that one career for next 40 years is not going to be the case. It is not the case even today, which is going to happen from now onwards. We require minimum 2 to 3 different types of career options for our own selves to build our career into. And that's the key message which I want to give today. How do we do that is a matter of many other factors, but majorly adaptability. We all know that Three Idiots and Sachin Tendulkar focused on one skill, Lata Mangeshkar, Amitabh Bachchan, so on and so forth, Steve Jobs and all that. It is not about degrees, it is about the skills that they could build up. But are they dependent, or could they continue to do so with only one skill? Take example of Sunil Gavaskar. His career span as a commentator is much larger and bigger than as a batsman, and today he is one of the highest, highly paid and successful commentator. Amitabh Bachchan, apart from acting, could quickly adapt to television media. Today KBC cannot happen without Amitabh Bachchan, or we cannot expect anyone else, or we cannot accept it, anyone else sitting in that position. And then there are many other businesses thereinto which we do not know, or even if we know, very little information that we have. Everyone today is into different ways, and like it was said, don't put all eggs in one basket. What we do by doing a typical career counseling, which is happening as age-old method, is we put all the intellect and aptitude of that individual into one career, which is the basic problem which I foresee from now onwards. Does it mean that we should not focus on one career? I mean, that's a natural question which I can expect from anyone, or it crops up. No, I'm not saying that. But let us divide our entire span of career, maybe 35 to 45 years, into certain areas for maybe 15, or maybe I do one career and then simultaneously build on other. So it is important that we build one career and also simultaneously work on other career which is supportive, or which I can do as a matter of passion also maybe, and build it up for future. And that learning aptitude or learning curve should continue to happen as we progress in our life. How do we do that? I think these are the certain tinklers which I want to give it to you. Alternative careers. How is it possible? How do we build different portions of our and major different portions of our pupil? And if you wish to know more about it, I think we will have to have a much longer discussion. But today, since it was the first interaction, I keep it up to this level today, and hope to see you again. Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe our channel Sourcing Spider on YouTube. And yes, to stay at home and maintain social distancing.